turn around. That's not a song.
That's all right now.
Okay, look at you.
Okay.
So this is Phillip Watson Designs. This is the 6-piece. What's that?
I designed that.
You really did?
That's my design. That's one of my designs in Connecticut. You see the creeping Jenny on the outside? That's where you normally would have mulch.
So it replaces mulch then?
It replaces mulch. It's also normally where it would be wet.
Yeah.
And this thrives in that kind of area. And as you could see how it set off the sun patients that were in the bed. Also, it will light up my non-electrical approach to garden lighting, the edge of steps.
Yeah.
This is perennial. This comes back every year. Every one of you out there has got a place for that. If you've got a place, you think, oh, I'm just going to leave that ugly, then you probably don't need it.
Okay. No, look, I'm glad that you said that. So that's great.
There's my garden.
That's your garden right there?
With the little birdhouse. And see, I had just planted that 2 weeks before in the edge of the driveway because it stays wet there. I've got the sun patients behind it. And you see how that chartreuse color absolutely lights up the garden, comes back every single year. It will fill in between the plants. It's never invasive, and it's only 2 to 3 inches tall. It will spread to 18 inches across, and you get 6 of them. And when I say 6, wait a minute, hold on.
You're just taking it out. There we go.
I'm just going to show you because it's not little bitty things. I'm sick-a-dinky. This is not what we're doing today. This is the way that it comes to you. 6 of these. So you plant these about 18 inches apart because they'll fill in halfway through the summer. And they're great in the edge of pots. Also, we've got this hydrangea coming up. So you can plant it at the base of the hydrangea. It lights everything up. Base of the butterfly bush, the base of the rose bush. It's one of those fillers. If you every area that you've got mulch, think about having this instead. It comes back. The mulch doesn't come back. You just got to keep buying it.
Yeah. So what's great about this is our price. It's $29.98. You're saving $3 in the shop with us today. You're like Phillip said, you're getting 6 live plants. These are great in wet areas. They're heat tolerant. And like Phillip was saying, they light up a border.
They do, and it trails. So if you've got it in a container, it trails, as you can see. So if you've got, say, one of my whiskey barrels, you plant this around the edge, it trails over it. This will be coming back next year if your pot's just sitting outside. It's fine with that. Do your sun patients, your lilies, whatever you want to plant in the middle of the pot, and you've already got the dressing for the outside. Now, look at that. See how it's trailing there?
Yeah.
In hanging baskets. It will hang down over 2 feet during the season. So a cascade of gold coming down.
Coming down, and you said these are great in wet areas, like it can handle that, right?
Well, see that, you know, when you edge your beds, and that's water will collect because you basically have made a ditch. And everything I had planted where it is in this picture had rotted, and I kept trying, and I thought, creeping Jenny. Bingo, and I'd never seen it used like that as a big colorful border. I'd seen, you know, bits of it here and there. I thought, I'm going big with it. So that's what I did, the length of that border. And by the way, that's an enormous garden. That was 180 feet long.
Oh my goodness.
Of that golden border all the way down.
And so we would get 6 of these,
6.
and you can just use those. And you said they're going to grow and they're going to stay with you, and they're also heat tolerant.
They're heat tolerant. I keep mine watered because they do like the wet areas. In other words, this is a perennial ground cover that is not for the dry areas, so you would keep it watered. The sedums will be for that, which is coming up. But right there, it's just fabulous. And also, it comes up before any of the flowers are blooming. So you'll see this color popping up. In the bed, that one right there, behind it, I had the daffodils in Greenwich, Connecticut earlier. And so that color was up when the daffodils were blooming. So, and you know, there's almost nothing up when the daffodils are blooming. But that's happening then. So your border is already looking fresh. And now I've got sun patients in there. And if you love sun patients, those fuchsia colors and all those hot colors, they look so good with this great chartreuse color.
I love that. And listen, you grew up in Mississippi.
Yes, I did.
Is that where you began to like hone, okay, these are the colors I want, these are the plants I want to use and things like that?
Well, no, because I got my degree in horticulture from Mississippi State. I'm still on a board there for horticulture, but I moved from Mississippi to New York. So I learned all of that, and in between I was working in Florida.
Okay.
So I do the tropicals. I like the whole thing.
Gotcha.
This will perform in all of those areas. So again, but it's the science. You need to know how big something's going to get. Is it the right zone for me? Because this is extremely hardy to the cold, to the hot, as long as you keep it watered, and it will come back every year and it will spread quite nicely.
Especially when you say it doesn't rot and everything else did, and it's going to replace that mulch.
Well, you know where the drain spout comes down on your house, and that's always ugly.
Yeah.
Because nothing's there. I can't stand ugly. So I plant this at the base of the drain spout. These can be planted in bogs. If you've got a lily garden, they can go right in the bog.
Really?
Right in the
Okay.
bog. But they grow in average soil too. That's average soil that
Okay.
we're looking at right now. So everybody out there, if you want something that's going to brighten your garden, this is the ticket. It's my #1 brightening plant that I use. And when I first put them in on that garden in Greenwich, my client said, "Oh, the garden is really, really beautiful this year." That was the only thing that I had changed. I added that, and he wasn't quite sure what it was, but it was that.
But it worked.
Yes.
But it was that. And listen, you can add this to your cart and check out, or you can give us a call, 800-500-7590. Our sale price is $29.98. The easy pay on this is $6, and your item number is M82375. That is really great.
Love that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, these are coming up.